Okay, so in this problem we have two balls that are thrown horizontally off of the roof of a building, and one of the balls is thrown twice as fast as the other ball. So they're both thrown completely horizontally. So one, let's say, is thrown with speed v0, and then the other ball, we'll say, is thrown with the speed of 2v0. And they both start at the same height, and they're both thrown horizontally. So the key here, what makes this a conceptual problem or conceptual question, is time. So both balls take the same amount of time to hit the ground. And you might remember this from the demonstration that we did in class a few days ago, where we had a ball that was just dropped and a ball that was thrown. And the point of that demonstration was to show that the motion in the vertical direction, which depends on gravity, is totally independent from whatever is going on in the x direction, right? So we can use the same logic and say that for these two balls, they're both going to hit the ground at the same time. And if you forget why that is, you can say y of t is y naught plus v naught y t plus 1/2 at squared. And in this case, our y naught is our height, our v naught y is 0 because they're thrown horizontally, and our a is minus g. And we want to know when the ball hits the ground. Then this equation would turn into 0 equals h minus 1/2 gt squared. And what this tells us is that the time is the square root of 2h over g. We don't know what the height is, but the important part of that is if they're both being thrown from the same height, they should hit the ground at the same time, right? So this is how we can say the time is the same for both of the balls. Okay? So from there, if we're convinced about the time being the same, then we can move on to talk about the motion in x. Okay, so now we can talk about the horizontal motion. So for ball 1, we can say x of t equals v naught t, right? This is true because there's no acceleration. We'll say that they both start at x equals 0. And for ball 2, it's just going twice as fast, so we say x of t equals 2 v naught t. And so if ball 2 just has twice as much horizontal velocity, it's just going to land twice as far. Or 20 meters away. Okay.